For some of you who use Microsoft products a lot, this improvement that ArcGIS has made will be more intuitive to you than it was to me. But now that I'm aware of it, I really love this added set of tools. So depending on what data layer you have selected in your contents pane, there is kind of a new set of tabs that opens up that's specific to this data set. So here I've got some trails over a base map, and what if we wanted to label them? Well, we could go in the way we used to and find the labels, but if we have this selected in the contents pane, we just go up to labeling, we can just turn it on. But you can see that we got kind of some weird, actually I'm going to turn off the references. We got some funky labels happening. So remember, you need to go into the attribute table and understand what field you're pulling from. Here we've got a field called primary name. That seems like a good idea. It doesn't also look like it's displaying a label for everything, and that could be a scale setting. So notice up here that there's the in beyond and out beyond, but there's nothing set. So that's probably not the issue. Over here is where we set the field. And right now it's set to system name, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we'll change it to primary name, which we just looked in the attribute table and saw that that is where we're going to get the name for the different trails. So kind of a big mess, but if you were looking for a quick display because you wanted to know a specific trail's name, you could do that. Or if you wanted to see them in proximity to each other, you could do that quickly. The other thing to note is that the feature layer allows you to do the blending and transparency to set up a swipe and access the symbology. So what if we wanted to kind of spruce up the way this looked? I wanted to point out that with rasters, it's just a little bit different, but the same idea. So notice that we've got our feature layer up here, but if we switch to selecting our raster, it changes to raster layer. That's handy. And we have the same basic tools with some things that are specific to rasters. Image enhancement. Okay, so here we might want to blend our DEM over the base map, and we can experiment with different types. The overlay doesn't work well, so then I usually jump to multiply. And that gets a little bit closer, not with the labels. I'd have to say that the labels are not working here, so I'm going to turn those off. But just the light white colors for the higher elevations, and now we're kind of hiding the lower elevations or the valleys, which looks pretty cool. It's just maybe a little too extreme, so we can go into the raster layer and just add transparency to the DEM, kind of soften that a little bit. And then we could go in and mess around with changing the color of the trails to make it pop a little bit more. This isn't a cartography demonstration. I'm just trying to demonstrate the ease of accessing some of these very common tools.